time to talk about the Bears mail, especially after the release of the 2025 schedule. One comment raises the question of whether Week 18 will depend on a win. This could very well happen. Therefore, we will have the Bears facing the Lions in Week 18. The situation is already starting to take shape. It's expected to happen, as for about 10 years now, all games in Week 18 have been divisional, designed to create these types of scenarios. Last year, this was especially highlighted in the NFC North, where not only the division title was at stake, but also the NFC lead. This is why it was chosen for Sunday Night Football, becoming a major highlight. The Lions put on an impressive performance against the Vikings, and the winner finished the season with 15 wins and 2 losses, securing the division title and guaranteeing the top spot in the NFC, while the loser stayed in the 5th position. It was truly a monumental clash. Will we have a similar situation this time? I'm not sure if we're talking about 14 or 15 wins, but certainly the matchup between the Bears and Lions could be extremely relevant in determining who takes the division and what that means. It's possible that one last wild card spot will be at stake. Who knows? Maybe one team will need to win to secure a playoff spot, while the other may be trying to spoil the plans. I hope we're not the team trying to ruin the party, as it seems we've taken on that role several times before. So, certainly, there's a lot at stake, and this applies to most Week 18 games. That's why they choose divisional matchups. Another comment wonders whether Ben Johnson will let Declan Doyle call plays during the preseason to gain experience as a play caller. I know some coaches do this, but my answer is that I'm not sure. My instinct tells me no, and here's why. This will be Ben Johnson's first time as a head coach, and he will be responsible for calling the plays. For me, those experiences are crucial for him as well, balancing the duties of being the head coach while also managing the plays. So, I would question whether, in his first year, he would do that. Now, if he establishes himself in the role over time, perhaps that would change. The team has a head coach who also handles play-calling duties. Therefore, those repetitions are essential for him because he needs to balance those responsibilities. I doubt that in his first year as head coach he would take on that role. However, as he solidifies his position, it's possible he might consider that option in the future. Maybe he would let someone else handle the 4th quarter of the last preseason game, for example. I don't have a firm opinion on this matter. Honestly, I can't say for sure. My assumption is that he won't do this since it's a new experience for him, especially managing the play calls alongside his duties as head coach. Now, who do you think will come out on top in the NFC North this season? If you believe it's the Bears, type Chi. If you're backing the Packers, type FGB. For the Lions, use D, and for Minnesota, type MIN. Share your thoughts on who will take the division this year. Which games are critical to win? That's always a complex question. It's often said that you need to win certain matchups to have any chance in the playoffs, and in the end, you end up losing one of those games and still make the playoffs. With a 17-game schedule, I would highlight the Raiders on the road, the Saints, the Giants, and the Browns at home. Those 4 games seem quite winnable. If the team wins those 4, going 6-7 in the remaining games, they could very well secure a playoff spot. Winning all 4 would definitely put the team in a strong position. Of course, unforeseen circumstances can happen, and losing a game means they will need to win one where they're not favored. It's essential to balance this throughout the season. These 4 games are key and need to be won. What individual or position matchup are you most looking forward to? I'm particularly interested in the battle between Derrick Henry and the Bears' run defense. Last year, the run defense struggled, especially after Andrew Billings' injury, but if he returns healthy, the team should be stronger. TJ Edwards has shown to be a solid player, and there's hope that Tamin Edmonds can inject some energy into the defense. The addition of Grady Jarrett will also be significant. It's a fascinating matchup. Also, I believe Tyreek Stevenson will play a crucial role in his performance against the Commanders, as the mental aspect of the game will be very important. It's crucial that they show more resilience. Of course, TJ Edwards' performance was outstanding. There's an expectation that Tamin Edmonds will bring energy to the team. Grady Jarrett is undoubtedly a significant addition, which makes the situation even more interesting. I have the impression that Tyreek Stevenson will play a key role against the Commanders, especially regarding the mental aspect of the matchup. In the first round, it will be interesting to observe the clash between Ben Johnson and Brian Flores. Johnson had the upper hand in their previous matchups, but now he carries the weight of being the head coach. Flores, on the other hand, simply needs to lead the defense. There are many matchups to follow throughout the season. I also want to highlight the battle between the Bears' secondary and the Bengals' wide receivers. Will they be able to overcome this test? Definitely, it will be something worth watching. The schedule has been released, and more updates are coming soon. Additionally, training activities are approaching, which means we will have plenty to discuss in the near future. Regarding the break in Week 5, I'm not particularly fond of it. I'd rather it be somewhere in the middle of the season, but it's hard to assess its real impact. For me, it works out well because I have a wedding to attend that Saturday night, which requires me to travel. I was uncertain about how I would manage watching the game that week. I might end up doing it while traveling, or maybe someone else could handle it for me, something they can do, but I really wouldn't want to miss a game because I cherish those moments. Now, I won't have to worry about that. However, in terms of timing, I'm not happy with it. Someone commented that the video presenting the schedule seemed lifeless. There wasn't much excitement or creativity. The focus should have been directed at someone else, rather than the main person shown. I need to check this personally because I saw several criticisms about it. I hope this means they're prioritizing the more important aspects and not just content for social media. More questions are coming soon. Feel free to interact or leave a message. But before that, consider purchasing a t-shirt today from a specific website. The link is available in the comments and description. The question is how much pressure they'll put on him once he returns. He will likely need to gain some upper body strength, something he himself has mentioned. He said, "Yes, I can run routes and catch passes, but I can't develop my core strength." It seems he may have lost between 10 to 15 pounds. I believe he weighed around 248 pounds at the combine, so it wouldn't be surprising if he now weighs 235 pounds. I wouldn't be surprised if, at first, he's used primarily as a tight end receiver and isn't asked to block often. Maybe Durham Smythe will take on some of those blocking duties for him. Regarding the point you raised, at the end of the season, this is definitely a possibility. Carlson Loveland has the potential to become a high-level tight end in this league. About Kadung, do you think he will have a significant contribution to this offense? Honestly, I believe so, especially after a detailed analysis of his skills. He's a powerful athlete who would certainly stand out under this coaching staff. If this is the group of running backs they'll start the season with, he'll certainly have an important role. The lingering doubt is whether he can overcome Roschon Johnson. I've noticed interesting debates on social media. Even if you're a fan of Roschon's skills, and I value that, I wasn't as impressed by what I saw last year. The concern is whether he can handle a heavy workload as a physical running back, especially considering he's suffered 2 concussions, one in each of his first 2 seasons. He's shown to be somewhat injury-prone, which raises some questions. So, even if he beats out Roschon, there's still the possibility that Are we sure he can handle a significant number of carries as a physical player? He suffered 2 concussions, one in each of his first 2 seasons, and has had injuries along the way. This raises concerns. Even if another player stands out more, there's still the possibility of an injury at some point, suggesting that another running back will likely have a role to play. It's believed that he will get several opportunities. If I were in his position, my goal would be to secure a spot as the second running back on this team. Of course, he could aim to be the first, but it seems like another player will take on the starting role. The expectation is that he or another option becomes the second choice, unless the team acquires someone through a trade during training. Undoubtedly, he has a chance, as the situation in that position group doesn't look strong at first glance, although he also has skills. If he becomes the second running back, it won't just be because of a lack of depth. It's believed he has already shown enough to the coaching staff. What do you think about this? Will the team make it to the playoffs this year? I still hold out hope regarding the playoffs. Do you think the offensive strategy will change when facing a specific opponent? Every game plan will be adapted for different opponents, but it's unlikely that the offense will be completely altered just for one game. The main strategies will remain the same. However, the approach may vary between teams, as each has its unique strengths and weaknesses. There won't be much practice time dedicated to reinventing the offense, saying, this is what we do, but for this opponent, we'll switch to a different formation. That's not how it works. That said, it wouldn't be surprising if one unique play is incorporated for that matchup. Although a signature play isn't expected in Week 1, it wouldn't be shocking to see something special, especially with a return to a previous location. Maybe a double reverse pass would be attempted for a significant gain. Who knows? It should definitely be an exciting matchup. Are there concerns about the future of a certain player on the team after another player was selected? Not at all. The player was a top 10 pick last year and will be a key contributor. He will have opportunities, but it's crucial to earn them. Without blocking, there's no progress. He needs to show consistency as a player. I believe that, on a team with a weak offense, he had some good performances last year. He surpassed 700 yards and had more than 50 receptions. He has a skill set that makes him stand out as a high-level receiver. I remain confident that he has the potential to be a #1 wide receiver. My opinion hasn't changed. However, the arrival of a new player definitely intensifies the competition, which is a good thing. This team won 5 games last year and needs more competition at all positions. If there's a player the team might consider trading in the coming years, it could be him if others shine during that period. Thank you for all the questions that have been sent. It's essential to follow me on social media. Direct messages are open. After the draft, I've caught up and am in a good position. So, don't hesitate and keep dedicating yourself. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a story that has reignited one of the NFL's most bitter rivalries, a resurfaced rumor has football fans buzzing. Veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford allegedly turned down an invitation to play for the Chicago Bears with a curt and definitive response that he would never play for the team. The claim, while unconfirmed officially, has made the round among league insiders and fan circles, drawing attention not only because of the player involved, but due to the raw emotion and rivalry it hints at. Stafford, a longtime Detroit Lions quarterback and current Los Angeles Rams star, is no stranger to the NFC North and its long-standing tensions. During his 12-year tenure in Detroit, Stafford faced the Bears twice each season, becoming intimately familiar with the franchise's culture, fans, and on-field tactics. If the rumor holds true, it suggests that Stafford's experiences in those matchups left a strong enough impression to shape a career decision. Though no team or source has confirmed the specifics of the conversation, speculation suggests the offer came during a period of quarterback upheaval in Chicago, possibly prior to Stafford's eventual trade to the Rams. The Bears, in their ongoing search for consistency at the position, have cycled through numerous quarterbacks over the past decade, and it would not be surprising if they gauged Stafford's interest at some point. For Bears fans, the rumor stings, a reminder of the franchise's difficulties in attracting and retaining top quarterback talent. For Lions fans, it's a strange mix of pride and irony. Their former signal caller still loyal to his roots, even in absence. And for Rams supporters, it adds yet another layer to the mythology surrounding Stafford, a player who seems to carry intensity, loyalty, and a fiery competitiveness wherever he goes. Whether or not the quote is ever confirmed, it underscores the deep-seated rivalries that make the NFL so compelling. Stafford's alleged refusal is more than a career choice. It's a declaration that even in the era of free agency and trades, some lines still matter. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.